Today we'll be installing a Xantrax Freedom SW 3012 inverter charger for our customer Pippi. Pippi's a full-time RVer who enjoys traveling the US in her RV home and wants nothing but the best of technology for her AC power needs. Mike, why don't you tell us a little bit about the installation for Pippi?
Well, today we're going to be removing a converter charger and installing the Xantrax Freedom SW 3012. See, Pippi's RV came equipped with an old converter charger which provided DC power for battery charging and other DC loads inside of her RV, as long as another AC source was present. Since the vast majority of modern electronics are AC powered, you really need a reliable source of clean AC power to operate these appliances, especially when you're dry camping or traveling all the time. This is where we thought of installing the Xantrax Freedom SW series inverter charger. You know, it's a pure sine wave inverter, which provides a steady and clean AC power source and also charges batteries quickly and efficiently without overcharging them, which will increase the service life of her batteries. Also, with a built-in transfer switch, it'll seamlessly transfer AC power from shore power to operate downstream AC loads and charge batteries. What's really cool about this inverter charger is the full function system control panel and highly advanced comm box communication device will enable Pippi to enjoy all the great features of her new inverter, including remote monitoring of the Freedom SW from her tablet or laptop.
Wow, it sounds like this inverter has some really cool features that'll allow Pippi to really enjoy this new inverter charger. So why don't we go out and get this project started?
Let's do it. So we'll go ahead and get started doing this install here right now. The first step is go ahead and make sure that we're disconnected from any 120 volts AC sources and disconnect our batteries from the system so that we can properly and safely do the install. So that's been done already. So I'll go ahead and get the old converter out of the way, and we'll go from there. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and mount the inverter charger in its location and make our AC and DC connections, as well as hook up our ZAN bus cables for the auto gen start and the remote system interior readout panel. So first thing, we'll go ahead and get this guy set in its placement and screw it to the bottom of the panel here. So. Now that we got it securely mounted, we're going to go ahead and make our DC connections. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and make our AC connections. This is number 10 Romex. This is going to be our 30 amp supply to the inverter charger. This will do when you're plugged into shore power. It provides the 110 volts AC via the pass-through transfer switch. So we'll power the downstream loads through the inverter, and it will also provide the 120 volts AC to the inverter to charge the batteries when it's in its charge mode. So. Okay, the last thing we're going to do here is can make our battery temperature sensor connection to the inverter, our ZAN bus cable connection, and then our network terminator in the empty ZAN bus interface port. So we'll go ahead and plug one of the ports. We'll plug our ZAN bus cable into the open port, and we'll plug our battery temperature sensor into the port labeled BTS. And that's it. So now we're ready to go ahead and open up the 120 volts AC load distribution panel and isolate the loads that are gonna be powered from the inverter, and we'll remove those loads and ultimately install those into a sub panel, and then get it wired. So what we have here, we have 3 loads that we're going to remove from the main panel and go through the inverter and ultimately wire into the sub panel. 2 of them are just general purpose circuits for outlets and miscellaneous 110 volt circuits, and then 1 is for the microwave. Okay, so all that's left being powered up to the main panel is our 30 amp main breaker from either shore power or generator, and the 20 amp breaker that is for the air conditioners. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and mark our profile out of our sub panel, get it installed, and wire our loads that come from the inverter to our breakers here, and go from there.
Okay, so now we have our sub panel mounted, our cutouts made, and our sub panel mounted. We're going to go ahead and install our AC lines from the inverter and our AC loads that are going to be powered by and through the inverter. Okay, so the sub panel is wired for the inverter now. What we're going to do now is install a new 30 amp breaker in our main panel that will feed the inverter, and we'll hook our 10-2 Romex up to that breaker. So now we have our sub panel installed, our 30 amp main running from the main panel to the inverter, and all of our AC and DC connections made. So now it's time to go ahead and mount the system control panel, make our ZAN bus interface cable connections, and then ultimately hook up the comm box. Okay, so we have completed our AC connections at our sub panel and from our main panel to the inverter. We've completed our DC connections at the inverter and reconnected our battery connections at the batteries. We've networked the AGS and the system control panel, and networked the COM box as well. And that'll complete the installation of the Xantrax Freedom SW series inverter charger.
So Mike, it looks like that installation went smoothly.
Well, it did. You know, the Xantrax Corporation makes a product that's very easy to install and very customer friendly for the user end to operate the equipment after installation. You know, I think Pippi's going to be really happy with how easy it is to use, and the COM box especially will make it very simple for her to monitor the system, you know, from anywhere, whether she can, you know, use her laptop or her tablet. So, we also would like to thank Xantrax Corporation for providing the products that they provide and providing the post-sale support that they do.